Hello, good day, my dear students. How are you? I hope you will understand the first activity, this activity, which is composed of or consisting of 4 experiments. And also, I hope, my dear students, you have already the copies, electronic copies, which I sent to you about this activity, composing of experiment number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay? And kindly study, read, study, understand this activity. I made the procedure, the theory, the method, the tables, everything of this about this activity in the simplest way possible. That's why I am a little delayed in sending these copies to you, the digital copies of this activity, because I am also trying to see to it that the copyright of this activity number 1, consisting of 4 experiments, will not be violated by anyone. Okay? And so, we are using this activity in order to apply the principles, the working principles of unit conversions, which activity can also be being employed in all hospital settings, especially on the administration of the IV treatment to a patient. Okay? Okay. So I have here with me, this is dextrose with 0.9% sodium chloride. Okay? Okay? Then I have here, wait, this is the IV tubing. Okay? This is the IV tubing. One set, but at the end, by the way, this is what we call the drip chamber here, somewhere here. This is the jacket. Okay? This is the spike, rather, the IV spike. You are going to insert this one later. This spike, very sharp, so you have to be extra careful. Okay? You need to study, understand the laboratory guide I was sending to you. You need to understand that, because there are precautionary measures I stated in the laboratory guide. Okay? So this is one of what we call dangerous material. So you have to be extra careful while it's very short. Okay? You are going to insert this spike, okay, into the cover. It's a rubber. By the way, you are going to remove. There is a plastic here. There is a plastic here. You remove that plastic. Okay? I already removed mine. Okay? So, you just remove that. Pull it up. Okay? So that this will be exposed. This rubber will be exposed. When you buy this one, the entire rubber is covered with this plastic, Now I remove a portion of it. Now this rubber is now exposed. Okay? I'm going to insert this one into, when you insert, you are going to have a twisting force. Okay? Twisting force. Twisting force into. Twisting slowly. But of course, you put this one on the table. Okay? On the table. Okay? On the table, slowly Okay, slowly until finally it is fully inserted. Okay, it is now fully inserted. Okay, so this is the roller clamp. This is the roller clamp. This is now closed. Okay, this is closed. Okay, when you have this roller down, lowest part, it's closed. When you are going to roll this one up, it's open. Okay, it's open. Now it's already up. It's open. So, how much will be open using the ruler? It depends on the required number of drops later. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to close this one. I'm rolling it down. So it's now closed. Then you this end, this is the tubing end. Okay, when you buy this one, this tubing end, supposed to be there is a needle here. There is a needle here, But I said to you, do not buy the IV tubing set, this one, IV tubing with the needle. Now suppose the vendor or the butika or pharmacy would say, sorry, it's part of the sale. Okay, so you can buy that, but remove the needle. Okay, and properly put it in a place. Okay, or dispose that properly in such a way that it will not be harming anyone. Okay, including animals. Okay, so the needle now is removed. Okay, so you are going to look for a place in your house where you are located. Okay, where you are going to hang this one, because I'm going to hang this one now. Okay, I will be hanging. Okay, I'm using this one. Going to hang this one. Okay, hang. Okay, there you are. There. So you have here the drip chamber. This is the tubing end. Okay, drip chamber, the tubing end. There is a needle here. Okay, as the exit point of the liquid, and the liquid will flow. Okay, in the form of drops. You are going to count the number of drops here, because later when you open this one, this is what you call the opening, okay, part of the dextrose. The roller clamp opens and closes the flow. If you want this one to flow, you open this one. This one is now in the closed position. Okay, no dropping. If I'm going to roll this one up, this will start to flow. Okay, you need to have the mineral water container. Okay, mineral water container. Okay, mineral water container. Now, the mineral water container, something like this. I'm going to get a weight. Here I have the mineral water container. Okay. I will just remove the label because I might be advertising. Okay. This mineral water, I'm going to remove this one. I will look for a cutter. Where's the cutter? I have the scissor here. I'm going to remove this one. Oh no. Okay, so no more advertisement. No more advertisement. So, the reason is you are going to put the liquid that is moving out from the drip chamber to the tubing end. Use that here so that you will not be what we call putting the liquid on your floor or any surface where you are located. Okay, this is one way of properly disposing the liquid or solution coming from the dextrose bottle. Okay, now if I'm going to open this one, I'm going to open by moving the ruler up. So you look at here, I hope you can see there's a needle here. There's a needle. Then the needle is the exit point here. I'm going to open now. Open. Now it's dropping. It's dropping here. It's dropping. Okay, I hope you can see the drop there. Okay, you can see the drop. It's dropping. This is now where you are going to count the number of drops in the drip chamber. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Theoretically, the number of drops going out here equals the number of drops that is falling here at the end. Okay, equals the number of drops that moves out here. Okay, so it is still now traveling. Now, okay, it's okay. So still traveling. Now, theoretically, now there is now the drop, right? You see now the drop of the liquid, right? Theoretically, the number of drops here, okay? Number of drops equals the number of drops here, theoretically. But you will find out that that is not so. That's why this experiment is very interesting. Theoretically, again, the number of drops here equals the number of drops that falls here. Okay? Equals the number of drops that falls here, theoretically. Equals the number of drops that falls here. So, you have here so, the collected liquid is already deposited here. This is the collected liquid. Collected liquid here. Okay? So, it is dropping. Dropping. It's not clear. I think it's not clear for you then. Okay, not clear for you. But I can see the drop here. I can see the drop. I can see the drop. I hope you can see the drop also here. I hope you can see the drop. I hope you see the drop here. As I told you, the number of drops, okay, from the tubing end, this is the tubing end, equals the number of drops at the drip chamber over there. So there's a drop here. This is now the number of drops which you are also going to count. Okay? But counting the number of drops here, be done separately from the counting of drops in the drip chamber. So first, you count the number of drops here. While counting the number of drops here, you are, okay, using the empty mineral water container, okay, as the depository of the liquid dropping from the tubing end. Okay, you deposit the liquid here. So there is no what we call spilling out of liquid to the surfaces where you are located. It should be collected here. Okay. So I hope you can see here. Okay, it's dropping. You count the number of drops here in the tubing end. You count the number of drops here in the drip chamber. Okay, you have the tables there. You count the number of drops there. Okay, for the first table, But before going there, you look at the drawing. There is a drawing there about this one. You have here the surface of the solution. You see the surface, this one, no? I'm going to move this one, the surface of the liquid here. Surface of the liquid. Surface of the liquid here. There's the surface of the liquid, ha? Okay, stabilize that. So that is the surface of the liquid. Okay. And then, of course, this one is the drip chamber. There's a drawing. I'm looking at the drawing. Okay? I have with me this one. I have with me the laptop. Oh. Okay. I'm looking. And what I have here in my laptop, you also have it. The ones I sent to you, you have this one also. Okay? Okay. I'm looking at this. Okay. Now, so the surface, determination of the surface is very essential because you will be using that later. The drip chamber, there's a needle here, the tubing end, the roller clamp. Okay, okay, now I'll go to the table here, okay, or the procedure. But before going to the procedure, we have two objectives here. You look at your copy. Anyway, this one is recorded. You look at the copy. There are two objectives. Okay? Now, 1, 2. I will not read that anymore. Then, you have the materials to be used. Also indicated. Okay? Also enumerated. Materials to be used. Okay? Then, 500 ml. I just read these materials because these are very important to you, for you to provide yourself. 1 500 ml of dextrose solution, okay? Dextrose solution, 500 ml, okay? By the way, I'm using here the 100 ml for purposes of demonstration, okay? I have been using this one for several semesters already, okay? I bought this one personally, okay? Selma University is not spending on this. Also this one. Also this one. Everything here is mine. Okay. The 500 ml will be half of this one, smaller. If there is 200 ml dextrose, better, because the smaller the volume, the smaller the number of ml or cc, the cheaper. Okay? So, 200 ml, it's okay because cheaper. We go to the cheaper one. I suggested dextrose in water solution or hydrochloride solution. Okay? And also I suggested dextrose in saline solution or whatever solution, so long as it is cheaper. You go to the cheaper. Okay? You go to a pharmacy, butika, that is selling cheaper dextrose solution. Okay. Cheaper, better. Okay. So here, okay. So this one, then another material, you are going to have mineral water container. I'm looking at the copy. See to it that I am also guided by what I submitted to you. And then we have the meter stick, or if you don't have the meter stick, you just buy the tape measure, the dress maker's tape measure, or you can just make a choice so long as there is that measuring device. Ruler, our ruler so far is only 1 foot ruler, but if there is longer one, better. The longer the better, because you will be using that. Okay. Probably 1 foot ruler, it's okay, but it will be inconvenient for you, because what if the measurement is more than 1 foot? That's the problem. And by the way, the measurement here will be in terms of centimeters. Okay, centimeters. So you buy a ruler in terms of centimeters or millimeters. In terms of millimeters, that's finer, because 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. Okay. Then 1 inch equals 2.58 centimeters. Okay, something like that. Conversion also. Okay. So the measuring device for length for high, like meter stick, tape measure, or ruler, should be calibrated in terms of centimeters, okay, or millimeters, no problem. You just convert it. Okay, now you need also the measuring device, this one for length or height, the meter stick, in your case tape measure, or probably ruler if not available, okay, because we are still regulated in our movement by the government. Then you have a hanging frame, this one, this hanging frame, or you can put a nail here on the wall, nail, where you are going to hang the dextrose, provided that the dextrose is perpendicular to the floor of your house or to the surface of the earth, not like that, not like this, not like that. It must be perpendicular. Okay, that's the hanging frame or hanging structure. Okay, the next you have tape measure. Next, the stopwatch, okay, or digital timer. I have here the digital timer, but you can use your cell phone, my dear students. You can use the cell phone because our cell phone has a digital clock or digital timer. You can use that. So no problem, do not buy this one anymore. And then Scotch tape, this one, but the smaller one, not this one very big. Probably as small as that. Okay, as small as that. Scotch tape, very small. The smaller, the better. Okay. Why the better? Cheaper. Smaller Scotch tape, cheaper. Okay. You will be using only less than 20 centimeters length of the Scotch tape. Okay. Or any tape. Okay. Why will you use the tape? Because you will be having a tape on this medicine dropper. You need 2 medicine droppers. Medicine dropper calibrated in terms maximum 1 ml. 1 ml. Okay. 1 ml or 1 cc. They are just the same. 1 ml or 1 cc. Now, here, you are going to remove this one. I'm going to remove this. Remove ba? Remove. Ready? Get set, go. Remove already. Remove. Okay. This will be used as our graduated cylinder. Okay. If you have a graduated cylinder, well, that's better if you have a graduated cylinder. Okay? But I'm not requiring you that because you need also another amount of money. This medicine dropper is less than 5 pesos. It could be 3 to 50, or if you have some friends in from a drug company or from the butika, okay, there are a lot of them extras. You can ask. Okay, you have friends or relatives, but if you don't have, do not beg. You just buy. Anyway, this is yours. Okay. You remove that from here. Already removed. Okay. Then you are going to put a Scotch tape here so that when you put the liquid here, okay, this is now the liquid used to measure the, okay, the volume, used to measure the volume, okay, used to measure the volume. Without a Scotch tape, no Scotch tape, look what happens. It will just move out, okay. No Scotch tape, no Scotch tape, no Scotch tape. Oh, it's moving out. Oh, it's moving out, oh. It's moving out, it's moving out. There. It's moving out there. So you need to put a Scotch tape so that the amount of liquid collected will be exactly 1 ml. Then you need another one. Once you have almost to fill this up, the last drop will be 1 ml. Immediately prepare another medicine dropper. Okay? To deposit the liquid. Okay? Then you can put the liquid here deposited into the mineral, okay, empty mineral bottle container, empty mineral water container. Okay, here. Okay, that is how you are going to do that. You will be counting the number of drops, then stop the counting after you fill this up with 2 ml. Then first trial, okay. Another trial, put 2 ml, 1 ml for 1 dropper because 1 dropper, 1 ml capacity. 2 droppers, so 1 ml plus 1 ml equals 2 ml. You need 2 ml. Okay. First trial, second trial, 2 ml. Then up, you count the number of drops. Count the number of drops here. Okay? Count the number of drops. Okay, now, after counting the number of drops from the drip chamber, you proceed to the counting of drops from the tubing end. The counting will be here already. Okay, counting will be here. No longer here, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, it's already done in 2 trials for 2 ml. 2 ml drip chamber. Huh? You have there in the table drip chamber and tubing end. Count. Another, the same procedure as you did in drip chamber, 2 ml. Okay. After 2 ml, okay, then you proceed to the 4 ml. So 4 ml, how many medicine droppers? 4 medicine droppers because 1 medicine dropper is 1 ml. 1 medicine dropper is equal to 1 ml. Okay? If there are 2 medicine droppers, 2 ml, but in the next part of the experiment, 4 ml, of course, if you have 4 medicine droppers, better because it is just enough, the 4 ml for 4 medicine droppers. Better. Okay? The 2 medicine droppers minimum, but the best, of course, is 4 medicine droppers so that you will have 4 ml. Okay? I am just trying to suggest the minimum you can spend. But of course, because of God's blessings, you have at least sufficient, okay, amount to buy the medicine dropper. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Okay? Praise the Lord. So, there, you will be guided by the procedure. Okay? Just in case you have some concerns how to proceed or how to continue the experiment, you please communicate to me. You email me, you message me, sir, I have a problem, sir. Communicate immediately. In the meanwhile, I'm giving you this demonstration so that you will have the basic information about the experiment. The dextrose, the drip chamber, the tubing end, the roller clamp, the spike here, the IV spike, the shock one. Okay? Okay. And then, my dear students, when you do the experiment, I think I would appreciate it. You have also a record that you are the one doing the experiment. So, when you record something that will be a portion of the conduct of the experiment, somebody, maybe your loving mother, loving father, loving sister, loving brothers, all of them are loving. Okay, in your family, not only the mothers, the fathers, the brothers, sisters, but the aunt, the uncle, especially the lula and the lolo. They are all our loving, okay, compassionate, okay, partners in our day-to-day work. Okay, you can make assistance by having a record, some kind of a video record to be sent, or just a picture. Okay, and so therefore, you must be in proper attire. Okay, do not wear an attire that will expose much of your skin. By the way, your body is the temple of God. I'm sorry, but I have to tell you that is my point of view. Okay, please bear with me. So, proper attire while doing the experiment, because I need a proof that you are the one conducting the experiment. Okay? Okay? Okay. So, this is all. If you have some question, concerns about this experiment, you can message me. Okay? And I would be glad to serve your needs, how to perform the experiment. Okay? Bye-bye.